Hi everyone, Michelle Fixed It. Today is July 1st, 2023. I've been frantic. I know you guys are here for Jeeps and trucks and dogs and houses and DIY and I don't know. I guess I'm going to start doing some mental health stuff as well. It kind of sneaks in here and there. So I've been in a panic. I did a lot of hours of researching on the TikTok. Husband cat is with the Charlie cat. You guys haven't seen my backyard. It's a mess. Literally and figuratively. So basically after the whole text thing and then the paying $30 thing, which I have to cancel, and all of it, and like it's bright. So after all of that stuff, I've been on an emotional roller coaster because while I desensitized from the situation as much as I could, because there wasn't anything that I could do without sacrificing one of my children, or potentially sacrificing one of my children to try to communicate and go through the legal stuff. Like, a lot of people are always like, oh, why don't you just go to court? And it's like, okay, well, court's hard and court costs money, and when you have other children to take care of, like, it adds up, and then like you just hope and assume that like things will be okay. And so like I have been desensitizing and not talking about my missing so much so because it hurts so bad. And so when, last night when I was able to actually see them, I went from being so excited to being so upset. And like anyone that knows me knows that I don't do emotional stuff. It's not me. I get happy and angry right now. It's hard. It's really, 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 really difficult because I have 1,000,001 emotions going on right now. Infinite emotions. So many emotions that I couldn't put words on my emotions about going from excited to seeing that they are alive, and then looking at their content and being really proud that, they make really great videos and they're trying to help people and they're trying to do all these things, to immense fear because the last time they had posted on the TikTok was 3/11/2023, and then it turns out they have two TikToks. And I was like, you know what, I need proof of life. I have to have proof of life because there's been a lot of things going on in their lives, and those are very similar struggles that I had to deal with. And like, this is a reason why, like, this is a video that's going to be for like the moms that think that they're doing right by the children by keeping the fathers out of their lives. Like, that's not fair, because like, I pay child support and I don't get to see my child. And then, when I do see my child, or when I was able to see my child, there was so much negativity that it's like I wanted to just squeeze them and just love on them and just through osmosis just give them all the love that they needed. But because of all the other environmental factors, I couldn't do that because they didn't know about the adult conversations that were happening. I didn't tell them, but I'm sure that they were just hearing one side of it. And like, this person has so many people that absolutely love them unconditionally, but because they get such a toxic environment, they think that the bad guys are the good guys and the good guys are the bad guys. And I have more guy friends than girlfriends. There's a reason why. Because girls play games. And I'm guilty of like doing testings and stuff like that for a matter of self-preservation. But I'm in a very, very, very difficult position with one child, and then in a very difficult position with another child. And I try to be as like right in the middle as I can be, because I feel like that's what they both deserve. They both deserve access to their fathers. And even though I was abused by the first one, and it's documented, and I'll keep saying documented as much as I can, and I'm going to start pulling boxes out. Because I have boxes. I have lots of boxes all over the place. I use boxes a lot. Boxes to compartmentalize stuff, literal boxes. This box has been spray painted because it's going to be more This is my box. I own this box. I have boxes on wheels, and I have actual filing boxes. And then I have like scattered notes all over the place. It's kind of metaphorically and literally how my life works. So I look like I'm complete chaos, but I'm not. I know where all my stuff is, or I have a pretty good idea of where my stuff is. And I have boxes for my tools, and I have lots of tools. So with the right tools, with the right environment, with everything, you can get to a solution for your stuff. Okay, I'm that person. I will will it into existence. Okay. So anyways, I've been in crisis, and I'm coming down from my crisis because I am moderating my body and my emotional content. And husband Cat and I were, because when I got to the proof of life thing, I'm like, I require proof of life. I will work on this problem as much as I need to in whatever way will teach and develop for this particular person, because I will be open-ended and I will not stop trying until either they tell me what they need me to do or something clicks. And if I am the perpetual bad guy, but they are doing well, like a mother's love, we grow, you guys. we grow, you guys. Like, we're walking around living our best cat life. We meet someone, they plant a seed, and then they have the ability to run away or do whatever they want to do and live their fanciful life, and we're there with the responsibility. But with the responsibility comes the love and the nurturing and the guidance and trial and error and learning, and sometimes we fail and sometimes we succeed, and we beat ourselves up more than you will ever beat us up emotionally for every single failure that we've done. Like, I still, birthdays, Christmas, I still cringe. Those used to be my favorite holidays because I thought I was doing well with that stuff. And I know this sounds like I'm all over the place, but like, to have the life that I created dissected in such a negative way, I worked hard to try to do everything that I could. And I'll give clear transparency. Like, if I can start getting memories, like I think that now that because you guys don't know, like the 311 thing, that was the last proof of life. And then because of all the other stuff that I saw, I started getting really, really scared. And I was like, I'm going to California right now. Right now, I'm going to California. I don't care what it costs. I don't care what happens. I just did the trip thing. It would have been $737 for the Trailblazer to go all the way over there. It would have been 2 days and 1 hour. I'm doing a video. That's husband Cat. He's in crisis right now because I'm in crisis. Husband Cat was looking at flight options. We were putting balls in motion and everything like that because he knows, and I know, that I don't care how many obligations I have. My babies come first. And I don't care how old they are. They will be my first thing. And my daddy cat dog is the same way. I made a call, got him off a job, and I was like, hey, I require assistance. I can't do this by myself. I've never done that in my life. And I was just all kinds of messed up. So, went through, skimmed through Gabby stuff, skimmed through the stuff on their account. And then I was going through the comments because people like to plant little seeds in comments. And then I saw there's an Instagram. And so like there's like this little meme thing about women or moms or whatever. Like nobody does better research than a mom. So then I found an Instagram thing. And so then I made a little Instagram thing. But I haven't done anything with it because Natty Cat was like, hey, you got to do this. And so I'm going to update him and see if he has ideas. So basically I was able to get proof of life that 14 hours ago my kitten's alive. Because last night I was looking up obituaries. And it's good that I have sunglasses on right now. So my kitten is alive. I made a little fanciful video. And so that means that from here, I will continue to live my life and do what I need to do. And I will strategize once I am not emotional, because I do not make emotionally charged decisions. I have, and they always blow up in my face. I want to weigh out best case, worst case scenarios. I want to talk to multiple different people about how they would proceed in this type of situation. I want to respect their boundaries to the fullest extent possible. And now that I have ways to view because of social media, I guess I need to become very social media smart and I need to make sure that I can look and see stuff. Because if they start to become in crises, then I will have to use the resources around me to figure out if I need to beeline over there from the Be More or from wherever, or if I can give them guidance through social media or what. And push comes to shove, if I have to make good on the saying that I say I can go from here to California, this trailblazer, I will make sure that I have funds to do that, because that truck will make it to California. My expression is, I can go from here to California and back again, based off of the miles I would need an oil change. And if I have to do an oil change, if I have to go to AutoZone or Home Depot and get the stuff, I will load up my tools. I will make sure that the Trailblazer is adequately prepared for the ride. She is a box on wheels. And if I have to make that trek and do what I have to do, I will do that. And, you know, if my kitten happens to see my vehicle out there, and that makes her happy or sad or whatever, I will do whatever I have to do. And I didn't mean to say her. It was a them thing. There's a learning curve, okay? Don't get mad at me. And someone poked at you about the we thing. And I do the we thing too. It's like the royal we, but we're not royals, but like, when you are in charge of a lot of things, it just happens, whatever. And you just generalize opinions, and then people get mad at you. People are always going to get mad at you no matter what you do. Like, Gabby's getting mad at me right now because she's like, Mommy, quit talking. So if, you know, whoever sees this, just know that I love you with all of my heart, and that last night I went from being a happy cat to a very sad cat to a scared cat to a frizzled up cat, and I was about to be a lion, a lioness, more specifically. No, we'll say lion and lioness. I'll identify as both, because I identify as both. I have more tools than most men. I have all the skills of most women. And if you're in trouble, I'm coming. I don't want to be the bad guy in your life. I want to be the one that helps you and mentors you and loves you and hears and listens to you as much as you want, and you can talk as much as you want. And I will sit there with a pen and pad, and I will take notes, and I will try to help wherever I can, and I am always open to suggestions. And so if you are a child or an adult or an anyone, you know, he, she, me's, knows, I still haven't gone through that yet. If you are one of the people that requires assistance in your life, come see me. Either literally if you're in the Be More or in Manassas, or if you comment and you need mother's love, you need someone to help with mom stuff, I will help you. And I will learn from you. And I will take that knowledge, and that will be a good barter for me, because I, right now, will do anything in my power to make sure that my kitten is okay. And not just okay. Okay is the starting point. That is not the where you want to be point. That's survival. Maslow's hierarchy of needs exists for a reason. So baseline is okay. Roof over your head, whatever method. If it's a vehicle, if it's a box, whatever. Somewhere that you can lay down and feel safe. Food, sustenance, clothing, basic essentials. And then we work towards self-actualization and feeling content. And I've literally lost the base, which is the shelter and everything. But I always had vehicles, so I still, I guess, had the criteria, because, I recognize that as long as you have a vehicle, I think everyone should have some type of vehicle, because then you literally have something to protect you from the elements until somebody busts it. But I want to get my kitten to self-actualization if they do not have it. I want to help troubleshoot. I want to help in any way possible. And I want to make sure that they understand that they are completely loved, respected, cared for, and that I will do anything within my means to help them, as long as I don't feel like I'm enabling them to get worse, because I won't do that. I will not be part of a problem I will not help cause a problem. And right now, there are a lot of problems, and they're working at it the best that they can, helping others, which I totally understand, because that is a way to deal with your trauma in a positive way. But the problem with that is when you worry a lot about how other people view you, and their verbal cookies, their nice words, are the things that cause you to feel like you're surviving, then you hinge your self-actualization on others, which means that at some point, if the others go away, you're not good. And I know what that feels like, because I did do that. And when my life blew up, our lives blew up. When our lives blew up, I'm going to start saying that. When our lives blew up and the safety and shelter that I worked so hard to create just went away, all that self-actualization went away too. I was lucky enough to have people in different places, and I had to reach out because my community base was like really messed up, and mob mentality happened, and I became the bad guy, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I have no problem. I've said it so many times, like I have no problem going through all of that again. I have no problem going through all of that again. I would have preferred to know, because that would have altered my stuff. But again, you know, best case, worst case, I end up in jail, or, you know, I make sure that it's such a solid, tight case that there's no way that it would go away. Like that's just, those are the two that you get. Because I don't have all the details. I don't have all the details. I'm missing so many details from this whole experience, and I would love to have more details. So, because I'm a details person, I'm a big picture person, and I'm a big details person. Asperger's, and I know that's not PC. Autism spectrum, ASD, high functioning autism, bad words, whatever thing you want to say, because people want to just like pick. So I'm just telling you that I identify as an Aspie cat, and I identify as a me. And that's the system that I've created, because I've created my own boxes and I've created my own system, and I was missing my O. And now at least I can know that they are okay-ish, and I will do whatever is in my power to try to make sure that they are as okay as they can be, because that is the base. Because this is a vital year for them. They are going to be graduating soon. They are going to be a big cat very soon. And it's a very scary time period to be in, because this is when my life started blowing up. Because I lost all of those basic necessity things. And I did get down to sleeping in the back seat of my 93 box Chevy Caprice and worrying about where my Jeep was going to go, because I didn't want anyone to hurt her. Because I didn't have stuff. Because I made choices prior to that. So, if you see this at some point, know that this mommy cat has plenty of boxes where if you find yourself without a box, because you don't, to my knowledge, you do not have a vehicle. So you do not have a box on wheels. But I can promise you that if you don't want to be in a box that I am in, I have boxes. And if that means that I have to, if, you know, magically all these boxes get filled with tenants, then I will do what I have to do to make sure that you have a roof over your head and you have stability. And the same reason that I made the daycares, so that you would be good no matter what. Because the goal was to have multiple daycares, do one each year, so that if you really did want to go and be a librarian, you could do that, and you would have income to do whatever you wanted to do with your fanciful life. Because if you have infinite time and infinite money, or even just a little bit of money and a little bit of time, and your basic needs are met, the world is yours. You can do whatever you want to do. Those are the essentials. Roof over your head, whether it's a vehicle or a box, even if it's a busted box, you can fix a busted box. This was a busted box. It is still a little busted, but it's very functional and it's very safe. Minus that kind of stuff every time. But that's a good box. And it could be fireworks. I don't know. It's the 4th of July is coming. I have no idea. I'm safe here though. Anyways, if you need a box, I will find you a box. And if that box has to be a box on wheels, sweetheart, I have lots of boxes on wheels. I'm a vehicle hoarder. If I need to loan out the Trailblazer to you so you can have a perfectly temperature-controlled environment, and that vehicle, it took you from the hospital, did not take you from the hospital, took your sissy from the hospital, but you were the first one, so you were a baby, and that truck, if that truck needs to be your box to keep you safe, I will set that thing up to be like a little RV for you. And after you know how to take care of it, if you need to use it for whatever you need to use, and if you basically just park it in front of my house and say, can you fix it? Just don't run it out of oil. Don't mess with all the lubricants and the belts and stuff. I will thoroughly inspect that thing and make sure that you can do whatever you need to do with your life. Okay? And just so you know, that's my favorite one. So that's like the mommy mobile. So if you need to borrow the mommy mobile for shelter or for transportation, as long as I write out a little thing of like, if it does this, you do this, because I know that vehicle better than I know most people. I would love to know you as well as I know that vehicle. But that vehicle has been in my life almost as long as you have. And if you want to hear yourself when you're a little girl, then you can. And that recording's still on there. And that Trailblazer will take care of you. And if that's all you want from me, it's like transportation, a roof over your head, then I'll do that. Sweetheart, your life is up to you. If that's going to be your little micro mini box on wheels so you can go and see the country, as long as you know how to take care of it so you don't get yourself in a bad spot and you're safe to drive, because I don't want you to end up having someone hit you and take out, you and the Trailblazer in the same blow. But I mean, the Trailblazer it'll take a beating for you. It has. It already drove from California to Mississippi. And if it needs to drive from California or from Maryland to California for you, it will do it. I'll make sure. Okay? It's got a whole new front end. Back end's been checked out. Drive shaft parts changed out. You need to do the motor mounts, you need to do some spark plugs, and then you figure out where the gas leak's at. But baby doll, I'm sorry. That's what I used to call you. Gorgeous human. Gorgeous, wonderful, amazing human. I love you, and I am so happy to know that you are alive. And I will do whatever I need to do to make sure that you're okay. That's our starting point. That's not our ending point. Starting point's okay. Let's get you to great. All right? Oh, I don't like this emotional stuff. I love you forever and ever. I do. And if you want me to be your bad guy, I'll be your bad guy, because I'll probably be the best bad guy you'll ever have. And we will figure out this crazy cat adventure together. Love you, bye.